about the environment and nature. Every Monday, 8 p.m, I'm glued to my telly on SABC3 because you know what? It's time for Survivor. Well, right now, Liesel and Ewan are going to chat to Tashi Tag, TVSA editor, about Survivor Gabon.
You're in the middle of this huge jungle. It's really, really scary.
I unintentionally flirt with every guy I talk to. I don't mean to.
To see this land is a privilege.
I'm an actress, but I'm telling everybody I'm a pinup.
Guess I am quite arrogant, and I've earned it.
I'm an analytical, intuitive, athletic guy.
I'm a real boxer, and I'm never gonna stop.
I am the underdog coming into this. I'm not a threat because look at me.
I say what probably everyone else is thinking. A lot. But certainly I get annoyed really easily.
That's how you do it!
Jillian, trap has spoken. People are starting to butt heads a little bit.
Drop? I don't have to drop nothing, man. I can ask you something if I want.
I shouldn't blame them for being idiots, but they are.
Now, it is Survivor season, and Tashi Tak, editor of TVSA, will be joining us every Tuesday to discuss what is happening on the new Survivor Gabon.
Tashi, welcome to the Purple Couch.
Hi, thank you.
Now, Ewan and I, sorry, I know you want to ask it. You ask it.
Okay, no, we feel very bad because we've missed the previous two episodes of Survivor. Can you please, get us on the same page as you? What are some of the highlights?
Was episode 3.
Yes. Okay, so when things started, each week somebody goes. So the first person to go was a stick insect called Michelle. She was just useless. She complained about everybody. Everything that she said they were doing, she did. So she was gone, immediately.
So I take it that's the reason why she left.
Yes, and I mean, so often...
Not because she looked like a stick insect.
I think it was both.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And, so often that's what the survivors do. They make the same mistake. They either kind of zone out and then complain about everybody, or they boss everyone around, which is what Gillian in week 2 did.
But isn't she a South African?
Yes, she's a South African. Yes, I don't know if that's why they voted her out. I don't think so.
I hope not.
No,
we were all rooting for her.
Yes.
I didn't see what she was like. Apparently they moaned a lot about her last night. I missed last night as well.
Yes, yeah. Well, she bossed everyone around a lot, and then she snored, one night, and then woke everybody up, and then was like, "Why are you all talking around the campfire? Shouldn't we be sleeping?"
And also, I mean, they said that she's the weakest physically as well.
Yes, yeah. Well, she was in their tribe. I think that was ultimately the reason she went. I mean, she was also very obsessed with elephant dung. She kept wanting them all to do everything with elephant dung. So I think by the end of it, they were just like, okay, bye.
And last night's episode was quite a challenge. You and I were chatting about it last night.
Yes, well, there was the whole turnaround. I mean, the challenges started to get hectic. Oh, another very important thing that happened in episode 2, which was followed up last night, was Exile Island.
Yes.
And the week before, in episode 2, Dan, the lawyer, he went and he couldn't find it. And they all totally overestimated him. They were like, oh, he's so bright, he's a lawyer. And I mean, he was just dense Dan, didn't find anything. And then, of course, last night, Sugar found it.
And it's so funny because she's just happy-go-lucky, it's like, I don't have anything to find it. Oh, my word, look at the sand pits, And she found it.
She did.
Amazing.
And it was, I found that her whole moment there quite emotional because, the whole thing of her dad, and that kind of thing. So, yeah, but I mean, I was concerned afterwards because I didn't want her to tell Ace that she had it because I think he's totally bad news for her.
But now talking about the alliances, who do you think we should look out for during this season?
Well, so far, definitely in Kota, we've seen there's this alliance of 4 with the sort of boy-mance between Charlie and Marcus that started. Those 2 guys got together, and then they've brought the 2 girls, Corrine and Jackie, in. So I think those 4 are going to be very important to look at. And then where Ace and Sugar fit into that, Bob, with his mad professor moments, he's on the outskirts. He seems to be listening to everyone. So I think in Kota, those are definitely the people to watch. Fong, it's a bit more, they've sort of struggled. I think their success...
For me last night, there wasn't a clear someone that stood out as the leader in Farm.
No.
Like whereas Ace for Kota, I couldn't see that in Farm.
No, and GC, he was supposed to be the leader,
And
but
he
they kind of
declined.
bullied him into being it. And then he was like, no ways,
But last night they actually had a victory for the first time. What do you
They
think led to
did.
that?
I think it had more to do with Kota's kind of starting to have cracks than their actual success. I think they just managed to kind of capitalize on that. You know.
Let's talk about that, the reward challenge. I mean, that was brutal.
Yes, the one where they were like clinging to the poles and all that kind of thing. I know.
It's like gladiator style stuff.
I know. At least there wasn't water. They often have mud and water, and it's like, yeah, that was hectic. And I think what was for Paloma, the small, I mean, I thought Ace, he deliberately put her in there because he wanted to get rid of her because she wouldn't do his yoga.
Oh, at the end, she's
that's
the one that
my
left.
theory.
Well, no,
She's the one that left at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she didn't buy into his whole like charm, you know.
Listen, in that game, anything goes. What do they say? Outwit, outplay. But quickly, it's a fashion one I need to ask you. I know we were talking about it off air. Who do you think is the most fashionable this season, as far as fashion goes on a Survivor Island?
Yes,
series?
who's looking the best? I think I liked Paloma. She had that cute little like red dress thing, so I like that. But now she's gone, so I think Sugar's definitely one to watch. She seems to be making her outfits out of things. I don't know if you noticed, like her sack thing has now become a dress.
Well, Tashi, we look forward to catching up with you next week.
Thank you so
and
much,
thanks for
Tashi.
giving us the low light or the highlight and what to watch out.